Hey everyone, the Diablo 4 patch notes just came out for the 1.20 Season 2. And I'm going to be going through Necromancer minions specifically, and anything related to them. So first off, we have the Blood Moon Breeches, which is a new Necromancer unique pants. Your minions have a 3 to 7% chance to curse enemies. An enemy is affected by at least one of your curses takes 70% more increased overpowered damage from you. And this is a multiplicative multiplier. And this with Deathspeark's Pendant is going to be pretty cool to see. And any kind of blood minion archetype, so that's going to be very cool. Next we have Necromancer minions and Druid companions are now much less likely to target invulnerable enemies, so this is a bit of quality of life. I've never noticed it, to be honest, so I guess they were targeting them. The effect of Death's defense passive is now inherently working with minions as it is and Druid companions. So Death's defense has been changed entirely, and we're going to take a look at that below. Inherit Thorns has been changed. It's no longer a specific minion type, and now it just works through all minions now, which is awesome. Minions, a new affix has been added. Minions inherit critical strike chance. This is going to be very cool to see and very cool to build, as we've never had this new affix before, so we're definitely going to have some new things to try out. Cooldown reduction now appears on shields. This adds some new variations to endgame builds, which is going to be nice. Blood orbs now also heal your minions for 15% of your maximum life when picked up. So now this is not just a passive. It used to be in a passive, now it just gives you 15% health. Prime Army of the Dead now leaves a corpse 100% of the time, and this is a nice quality of life. We're going to skip over this stuff because we're just focusing on minions. So here we have the old Death's defense, but now minions gain 4%, 8%, and 12% armor, going up by 4% each rank. And we have 8, 16, 24 resistances to all elements, going up 8% each rank. So this is going to make minions really tanky. This is a nice change. This is a nice change. Standalone here, so this is more for like builds with no minions. Rathma's Vigor, if you run minion builds with this, now your overpower chance is going to be really good. I think the only difference here is Shadow Blight damage is increased by 100% multiplicatively of your shadow damage over time bonus now. Yes, here, Transfusion. I was speaking about the Blood Orbs, but now it just happens. You don't need to even take this passive node anymore. And the passive has been changed, but we're not going to be looking into that. Inspiring Leader, this has been changed. Healthy duration requirement reduced from 4 to 2 seconds. So healthy is above 80% health, and this gives attack speed to our minions, so this is a nice change. And now we're going to go into the Book of the Dead section. This has to do with sacrificing your minions now. It's been updated to give 20% resistance to all elements. So now the base damage from skirmishers and defenders have been increased from 0.11 to 0.14. So it's like a roughly 30% damage increase, if I'm understanding this correctly. I think they're trying to bring it more in line with Reapers, as Reapers is like the most popular choice for minions. So this is going to be nice to test out. Minions base damage have always been lacking, and as if you look at my previous videos, I tried to make a minion build work, and it can't go beyond 50 to 60 Nightmare Dungeon ranks. So we're gonna test it out again this season and see how pure minion damage scaling, how that works in the upper Nightmare Dungeons. Golems basic attack damage increased by 100%. This is massive, so it's gonna be nice to try that out. Blood Golem active damage increased from 0.9 to 1.4. I think you mean active skill damage, but regardless, this is a massive too. This is a massive buff. Iron Golem, active damage. Once again, I think this is active skill damage. Increased from 1.75 to 2. So this is 25% damage buff. This is going to be great to try out as well. Raised Skeleton. Skeletal duration increased from 5 to 8 seconds. Total healing increased from 15 to 25%. So this is some nice quality of life for a Skeleton Priest. Bone Mage Sacrifice. Overpower bonus reduced from 40% to 25%. And now we're into the Paragon. So they have a lot of changes with the Paragon, which is insane. So we'll start off with the Skeleton Mage glyph. So before it used to give 25 resistance to all elements, now it gives 35, so a 10% increase. Skeleton Warriors gain 20% increased armor. Now no longer works for just Skeleton Warriors. It works for all minions, and they increased the percent from 20 to 30%. This is insane. This infused caster rare node, Skeletal Mages resistance to all elements. Now once again, it's not just Skeletal Mages, it's now all minions. This is another good change. Flesh Horror rare node, once again, this used to be specific to golems. Now it's all minions. And this is, you're gonna see this line like through all the patch notes here. Minion armor on Paragon nodes have been increased from 4 to 8% on rare nodes and 2 to 4% on magic nodes. So minion armor has been buffed basically on the Paragon nodes. This is very nice to see, and minions are gonna be pretty freaking tanky. So we're gonna see if they still die in the upper 50 plus nightmare dungeons. Skeletal Warrior armor on Paragon nodes has been increased from 6.5 to 14 on rare nodes and 3.2 to 7% on magic nodes. So once again, armor buff percentages on Paragon. Golems, again, the same thing here. They're getting the same treatment. Armor Paragon nodes have been increased by 6.5 to 14% on rare nodes and 3.2 to 7% to magic nodes. These are insane. Holy crap. Total armor, while golems are active on Paragon nodes, have been increased from 2 to 6%. And now the magic nodes have been increased from 1 to 3%. So once again, more armor, more survivability if you take these Paragon nodes. Hulking Monstrosity legendary node. Golem damage increased from 40% to 100%. This is like a 60% damage buff on top of the 100% damage buff they did for just the basic attacks. So this is going to be very nice to see. Infused Warrior rare node. This is a damage buff from 17 to 25. Infused Caster rare node. Once again, same thing as the Warrior. Frenzied Golem rare node. Same thing as the previous nodes. Mutations Golem damage increased from 17 to 25. Once again, all these nodes are basically the same. It's a damage buff increase. And we're going to scroll down here and see if there's anything else related to minions. Deathspeark's Pendant, as I was talking about before at the beginning of the video. It's seen a slight buff for the Blood Novas. And the summoning skill damage effects increased by 100%. Wow, dang. Overpowered damage effects replaced with Essence cost reduction. So that's going to be easier to cast your Blood Novas. So this is very good. Ring of Mendeln. Ooh. The unique power no longer requires 7 or more minions to be active. Okay, so that's nice. It's like a nice quality of life. Hulking aspect has been changed. It'll no longer appear on rings. Instead, it'll appear on helmets, chest, boots, gloves, amulets, and shields. To be honest, I don't think anyone uses this aspect, as we're still very limited on aspect slots. Maybe we can find use for it. Aspect of Hardened Bones, so it's the damage reduction aspect. No longer requires 7 or more minions. This is nice too. Aspect of Reanimation now affects your golems as well as your skeletons. See, the effect would always happen on your golems, but I wasn't sure if that was working properly, but now it actually works on them, this is very nice. Cold Bringer's aspect, any skeletal mage can cast Blizzard rather than just cold skeletal mages. This is amazing. So you can run bone mages now or shadow mages and they'll still cast the Blizzard, giving you that CC regardless of the skeletal mage type. This is insane. I really like that change. Oh, here's one note. Fixed an issue where minions did not fully benefit from the weapon damage modifier provided by shields. And I believe that's everything for the Necromancer minions. I tried to make this as short as possible, and the patch notes are very massive, and I feel like they're reworking their entire game from the ground up. So this is going to be very nice, and we're going to try to push minions as far as we can, just like we did last season, and hopefully from Nightmare Dungeons 50 to 60 plus, minions aren't getting left behind, specifically without the Ring of Mendeln. So we're going to see how minion damage scaling is, and we're going to push it to its limit. So I'm looking forward to next season. Hope to see y'all there. Thanks everyone for watching.